Well, here's my newer castle, temp number 3. You can kind of hear my printer going again because I'm printing out what is missing to this epic castle. I had to print this piece out and this little tiny piece out, which now I got this one a little bit more fixed. Yeah, it does come apart. I have to glue this yet, and I am almost on my adhesive glue. So it's like super glue, and then you got your adhesive, which I need to get more. I don't want to use all my brother's stuff. So all I'm going to do is wait till Friday when I order some more glue. There's another piece like this goes on top, and I'll show you what that looks like. So anyway, this right here, I have it on a piece of paper. This part sucked the most. So this new piece I'm printing out, it goes onto that big top piece. This here is going to take 8 hours to print, and I'm almost out of row. Luckily for me, I have another white. I got neon green, brick orange I think, and brick red. I forget what the orange is actually. This is this brown. And I got white, neon green, or silk neon green. I think that's how you say that name. This one is orange reddish. Okay, orange reddish. Okay, and this one should be brick red. Let's see, yeah, brick red. Oops, brick red, reddish orange, white. Come on, focus. I bet my lens is dirty. Usually she focuses. There you go. It's probably because of plastic that's in. But those are my colors. And I still have a couple more browns over there yet. But I want to buy this tool where I can actually take my brown that I got left here and I can solder it to this and keep on using it. That's what I kind of want to do with my white. But I can't because I don't have that tool yet. Soon I will. So anyway, the bottom piece, the second piece I have wrote down, so I'll go talk about that. That's going to take 8 hours to do. Walk around here, don't mind the mess, because everything's messy around here. Because I clean and then it messes up again, so oh well. So just this part right here took 11 hours, but actually took 10 hours to print and 44 minutes. As you can see right there. And that was for this part right here. This part was supposed to be 1 day, 6 hours, and 24 minutes. Well, it never finished it. Today I woke up, it sounded fine, running great. And I started watching a little bit of people's videos, and next thing I know, I hear my machine making this weird bell sound. And I'm like, what in the world? What the heck? Has someone got the alarm on or something? And I'm like, wait, that's coming from my dining room. So I hurried up, looked, and here's my machine stuck. Well, I can't see it now, but I got this glued on already. It was stuck right here. And I'm like, no, the needle got fused to the plastic and it was stuck. I'm like, shoot. So I think what happened is I was probably paying attention when I was leveling my bed. I bet this part, this side right here, this is how it was. I think it was up a little bit high and my needle caught it. So it is what it is. Oh well. So what I did, this took about 19 minutes to print. And it actually took, I think, 21 minutes to print this piece out. This piece, however, took about 32 minutes. So all I have to do is add 20 minutes. I think it was 20 minutes. And then this one was, or 21, yeah, 21 minutes. And this one took about 32 minutes, I believe, or 30 minutes. I'm going to add those in together with the 8 hours to this part. And that would tell me how many hours I have into this thing. Because last night, before I went to bed, it was at the 12-hour mark. It could have been 13, 14 hours, 15 hours, oh I know. But once your machine does this thing, this here, right here in blue, can't really see it because it's a LED. There you go. So it was like that, and it actually had air, needle hot or too hot, and it says something restart. Turn this off, turn it back on because I had no control over this, and I had to restart from scratch. And I'm like, I'm not gonna wait another 12 hours or 14 hours. I don't know where it was at because this screen was not like that. So I had to start over. I'm like, no, there's gotta be a better solution. Then I started looking at this. Wait a second, this is already done. What if I just cut the tops off where I need it and finish it like this? Because the way it's supposed to look is like this. So this is my first castle I did, and I'm like, I don't like it. It's too kind of spunky. I don't like it. This is what I did. I added in Tinkercad. This is not my files. This is somebody else's files. This one I fell in love with. My files got corrupted somehow. So where I left off at was about right there. You can kind of see that's where I left off at. Where I said I fell in love with this castle, which is true, I did. My brother made a good point, which I didn't realize. It's kind of, the walls are too big a little bit. I should have went in Tinkercad and redesigned this castle to where I could split it in half and shrink it down somehow, but I don't know how to do that part. So he says it'd be fine, just leave it like it is, and I'm gonna try to find some Z-scale little huts and put in there like the medieval times would have. It's gonna be pretty awesome. So this is what the final product looks like. I got it all super glued. I got this piece super glued, this piece super glued like I talked about. And I got the castle here all done. And I put this back piece just like that. I gotta do a little bit of sanding because didn't realize I had my castle all just a hair. But oh well, a little bit of sanding, a little bit of buffing, and you will not see that. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna paint it like a grayish kind of stone texture. I don't know if I'm going to probably do the whole thing. I might just do the whole entire thing, the gray stone, because that way it gives it that effect. And then here we got the doors. So now I need to figure out, I'm going to paint the door like a brownish color and try to figure out how to put a, almost like a lattice kind of gate. So that way it looks like it's got one of the metal gates that come down into the ground. But I don't know yet. So this is what my castle looks like. It looks pretty good. It's only 12 and I forget how many inches this thing was. It's around 12 inches. So, or 13 inches. It's in between those two. It doesn't look too bad. But once I get my super glue, I'm going to glue this castle perfectly. And then when I'm done, take a little bit of like kind of Bondo or plastic weld or some type of material where I can smush it against, and you want to see the crack. It'd be one big giant piece, since I had to cut this half and pretty much put this on my bed. So this is what it looks like. I'm happy with it. Now I'm printing out a pretty much a truck bed for my truck and my daughter's truck. Hers is well, I 3D printed a body kit, a frame, a 550 motor case. So what you see in orange and black, that's been 3D printed. That's been 3D printed, bumper to bumper, side to side, for all frame. Not only that, 3D printed a battery box with hinges, 3D printer hinges. So they actually do open, and they actually function. It's kind of cool how the 3D printer does that. And I got more of my trucks here. 2 6x6s, a 4x4 military one, maybe like a deuce and a half probably, or something like that. My first truck, and my daughter's truck. Hot pink. So I'm making a truck bed for her, so I can put a bigger battery in there. Because the batteries go right in there. In that little cubby hole. And I don't have the small batteries anymore like I used to. Because now I have these style batteries, or a little bit bigger ones. And this is what it's doing with the trick bed, piece by piece. And when it's done, it's gonna look like something like this. This is too small. This was a prototype that someone else did, and I redesigned it a little bit bigger, wider, much effect. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one, because I'm gonna be 3D printing a lot of buildings next after my daughter's truck bed is done and mine.